Hi there. Do you find yourself stuck in that place of thinking that your relationship is going to get better if only you do something differently, if only you do something better? And when you get to that place where you make a decision that you're going to leave and you're going to take care of yourself, and the other person swoops you back in, does something nice, wins you back, and then there you are again thinking maybe this relationship has a chance. Well, I have a simple way for you to tell pretty much for sure if the relationship is actually ever going to change. It's called boundaries, limits. If you are in a toxic relationship, the one thing that absolutely will not be tolerated is you setting a boundary, a reasonable boundary. Boundaries can be pretty simple when you talk about them, but they're really difficult to implement and really understand. So the first thing that I want you to remember about setting a limit or a boundary is you are not doing it to try to change somebody else or change their behavior. You set a boundary to protect yourself and to clearly communicate what's okay with you and what's not. So why is this such a surefire way to know if your relationship really has a chance, if it's going to improve or not? Well, if you're in a healthy relationship and you set a boundary, you're communicating about yourself to the other person. You're letting them see inside you. You're telling them, this is not okay with me. This is okay with me. I really like this. You're giving information, and people in healthy relationships love that. It allows you to be more intimate, to be closer. When you set a limit or a boundary with a controlling person in a toxic relationship, that's not the response that you get. The response that you can get is twisting and turning, making you somehow feel guilty or bad or selfish for trying to set a limit. And you're not trying to control anybody. You're simply establishing you, the separateness between you and that other person, which is a healthy thing and recognized and honored in healthy relationships. So I want you to think today about one simple thing. It doesn't have to be a big thing. One little thing that you're going to set a boundary on, and you are going to communicate it clearly to the other person. So something that comes to mind for me are broken promises. In toxic relationships, oftentimes you are hanging, just waiting to know, can I make plans? Will the plans be canceled at the last minute? So communicating a boundary around that might sound like, when we make plans together and you cancel at the last minute, I feel disappointed and disrespected. So when we have plans together and you cancel or change plans right before, then I'm going to remind you that this is happening, and I'm going to go out and do what I was planning to do or what we were planning to do without you. If it continues to happen, then I'm going to stop making plans with you. I'll make my own plans. Simple. You're telling the person, when you do this, I feel this, and this is what I'm going to do. And if it continues, this is what it's going to look like. So you're clearly communicating. Sometimes this can sound like you're trying to change the other person. You're not. You're simply saying, hey, you got a choice. You can continue to do things this way, knowing that I feel disappointed and disrespected, or you can change behavior if you want to. If not, I'm going to take care of myself. That's what it looks like. And it's so simple. But the biggest thing is that when you first set boundaries, people tend to swing from one extreme to the other. They tend to think that they are setting this huge boundary, like they're drawing a line in the sand, and that's not what it is at all. So today I want you to think about, what is one small thing that you can set a boundary around? You can leave me a comment. I respond to the comments. You can ask me questions. I do group coaching and also one-to-one coaching. Simply go to my website. There's a link, drdenisedart.com, one-to-one consultations or small group coaching. You can join my private Facebook group and get the support of other people who are experiencing similar things to what you are right now. So think about setting a boundary and think about taking care of yourself, not changing the other person, and having this really be the litmus test for this stuck place that so many people, including myself in the past, have found yourself in, of what if I leave and the relationship could have gotten better? This is a simple test because healthy relationships respect the limits of the other person. And not only do they respect the limits, they want the information that gets communicated in boundary setting, because then you know you're not guessing. So remember, I have been where you are, and I am here to help. So I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.